It is me, Pui. I'm super late to work. I don't care. I've had my coffee. I'm ready to go. Welcome to the Car Academy. Alright, so today's video is one that I've tried to record 3 times. This is take 3. The first time I did it, it was like midnight, and I was on a mountain, which made the driving even worse, and also the story I told was super cringe. The second one I tried to do yesterday, and I kind of sounded like I was being canceled. Like, I don't know exactly how to describe it. It just was like the vibes of someone who knew that they were about to have, like, damning evidence of some crime leaked and just, like, wanted to say their final piece before they lost all their subscribers. So I said, okay, forget that. We'll do a take 3. And you might think at this point that if it was worth doing 3 takes over, maybe it shouldn't be a Car Academy video. But the thing is, despite it being something I really do want to talk about, it's also something that really, I don't have a lot to say, it's just important. So, today, we are going to talk about one simple takeaway that I want you to walk away from this video from. It's one simple takeaway only. Don't settle it in a duel. What do I mean by don't settle it in a duel? Well, I think it's pretty simple. I don't know why I'm setting this up to be some sort of mystery, but, you know, I find that sometimes in a competitive gaming community or any sort of community where you're competing, because not all of them are like that. This could apply just as easily to the Go format world as it does a bowling league, I suppose, or a basketball team who, you know, they play locally. But I find that there's some, you know, false equivalency of your ability to play the game well with your belonging, your character, your enfranchisement in the community, etc., etc. And this has never felt appropriate. For starters, without a doubt, a lot of the community's most valuable members in any given space are certainly ones who are not the all-star players themselves. Not bad, I'm not calling anyone bad, but they're not, you know, topping every tournament. Shout out to folks like Necro, JDZ. I mean, JDZ we talk about all the time. I also want to say though, Necro, Spooky, people the like. I don't see them dueling a lot, but they're certainly doing a lot for the Go format community, at least. I'm sure Edison's got people like that. I'm sure every community's got people like that. You need someone who's not, you know, who doesn't have too much stake in the game. So lots of loves to those folks. But more specifically, I want to talk about the times when some sort of character debate is being somehow rested upon the shoulders of a children's card game to decide who's the winner. The whole, you know, using H2H and using that and, you know, posting a yellow, for example. If you're in the GOAT format community, the War League community specifically, you'll know the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Just trying to compare yourselves like that and let that be, I don't know, a way to put people down. I don't see there to be much point in that. And this is just a reminder that we are not in the anime. You have a lot of tropes in the anime where the villain or the antagonist of the particular episode, I'd say usually, is someone who in one way or another will do whatever it takes to win. And they've got a lot of advantages that they've set up, you know, usually backhanded or with the element of surprise. And I don't know, the protagonist uses the power of friendship or the heart of the cards or, you know, some sort of ethereal, I'd say even platitudinal force to defeat the enemy. And there's this idea that you can play it cleanly, and if you play it cleanly and better, you can negate those advantages. I'd say a lot of the time, again, we're not in the anime, you're not going to draw God like an anime protagonist does. And also, those advantages probably will hurt you and harm you in the end. And you won't have much of an ability to combat them. You know, some people might get upset about the film collectors and stuff, but, like, that helps them win the game. It's something I do personally, but it's something that helps them win the game. So if you were to challenge someone for a duel, for example, because you thought they were scum, and they couldn't win without film on you, so you built a whole new deck that they'd never seen before, and you challenged a film collector to a duel, I think that would go poorly. Is that a straw man example? Yes. I don't think that's ever happened before. But I just think that sometimes we have this conflation of moral character with your ability to duel, your ability to play the game, win the game. And I find that a lot of the habits of a good player, they don't really overlap with the habits of a good person. And again, particularly the habits of a good player in that they find it every advantage possible, sometimes are directly out of the Venn diagram of the habits of a good person. Some of them really, can throw people under the bus, but can nonetheless create an advantage. I'm not putting down anyone who's doing anything it takes to win, unless they're cheating. But just remember that you have to be having fun. And you have to be enjoying yourself in the community you're in. You should not be disenfranchised just because you are not the best player. You should not be disrespected because you are not the best player. There's a certain amount of ribbing and making fun of and comparing. That's all in good fun. Someone could reasonably, play and prove otherwise. But just remember that you don't have to prove anything to anyone in your ability to actually play and win a children's card game, or throw a ball down a wooden lane to hit a bunch of pins, or throw a ball into a net from a distance of a couple of feet. None of these things prove you're a good person. And these are your leisure. They're supposed to be fun. So don't stay somewhere where you're not going to have a good time. I've spoken previously to a couple of folks about War League. I'm personally not going back. This is an example for me. And this isn't to say that War League is toxic or fundamentally broken, but I didn't have the best time playing it. So even if the team ended up going 4th place and has something to prove technically to see if we can get that spot back or better, I personally can't find myself investing in that again. Just for my own personal mental health, I suppose, or just, my own personal enjoyment. Big time commitment. Didn't love every piece of the culture as much as I love talking to folks there. The actual playing was just an absolute nightmare for me. So I was backing out there. So that's basically my takeaway for the day. Don't settle it in a duel because it doesn't have any bearing on your moral character, and you shouldn't let it. And your ability to hack it in a space competitively, or the actually perform the activity that you're all gathered around, has nothing to do with the actual vibes of the space. And so, yeah, that's the message for today, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.